In nature, interactions between baboons and leopards can be intense and dramatic, as these two animals occupy the same ecosystems and can often come into conflict. However, the outcome of such encounters often depends on the specific circumstances of the battle, the age, health, and experience of the individuals involved, and the environment where the fight takes place. In a typical face-to-face confrontation, leopards have the advantage. They are skilled hunters much faster and have strong, powerful jaws designed for killing prey. A leopard is also very agile and can often strike with surprise, which can give it an upper hand. However, baboons are not helpless. They are highly intelligent, social, and strong, especially in a group. A single baboon might struggle against a leopard, but baboons often live in large troops. If the leopard invades their territory or tries to attack one of them, the baboons may retaliate in groups. Their strength, agility, and ability to work together can overwhelm a lone leopard. They will use their sharp teeth and aggressive behaviors to protect their own. Baboons also use loud vocalizations to alert the rest of the troop, and sometimes can chase off a leopard if they work together effectively. In some cases, leopards may win the battle if they are able to pick off a weaker or sick baboon, or if the baboon is caught off guard or isolated. However, if the leopard is forced into a confrontation with a group of baboons, the odds typically shift in favor of the baboons. So, while leopards are generally more powerful in one-on-one combat, baboons can exact revenge by using their numbers and social structure to drive off or injure the leopard. In a situation where a leopard invades baboon territory, the battle could ultimately end in a retreat or injury for the leopard, but it would depend heavily on the specifics of the encounter. The baboon's revenge. The sun had just begun to dip behind the jagged cliffs of the savanna, casting long shadows across the dry, golden grass. A cool breeze stirred the leaves of the acacia trees as the baboon troop moved cautiously through the dense brush. The troop, led by a dominant male named Kato, was known for its intelligence and strength. They had lived in this part of the savanna for generations, and the boundaries of their territory were well understood. No predator, save for the occasional lion or hyena, dared to trespass. But today, a silent danger lurked at the edges of their domain. For days now, the baboons had noticed the scent of something unfamiliar on the wind. A predator was moving through their land, leaving behind subtle signs. A broken branch here, a faint claw mark there. It was a leopard, and the scent had become stronger with each passing hour. Kato, ever vigilant, had noticed the peculiar silence among the birds in the trees, a sign that something was wrong. It wasn't long before the predator revealed itself. The leopard, sleek and silent, crept from the shadows of a dense thicket, its golden eyes glinting with hunger. It was a solitary hunter, known for its deadly stealth and agility. The creature had been stalking the baboon troop for several days, waiting for the right moment to strike. Kato's heart raced as he saw the leopard dart from its hiding place. Its eyes locked on one of the weaker members of the troop, a young female named Zuri. She was alone, a few paces behind the rest of the group, grazing on some leaves. Kato's instincts kicked in. He let out a loud bark of warning that echoed across the savanna. "Zuri, move!" Kato shouted. But the leopard was faster. It pounced with astonishing speed, closing the distance in the blink of an eye. Zuri barely had time to react before the leopard's claws sank into her side, its jaws snapping shut around her neck. The baboons watched in horror, but Kato knew that charging in headlong would only get more of them killed. Instead, he bared his teeth and charged toward the leopard with the full fury of a leader protecting his troop. The leopard snarled in surprise as Kato, the largest of the baboons, lunged at it. Kato's teeth locked onto the leopard's back, and the two creatures tumbled into the dust, rolling and thrashing violently. The leopard's strength and agility were undeniable, but Kato's ferocity and determination matched it. The baboons had lived through countless challenges, but this was their home, and they would not give it up without a fight. The battle raged on, and the leopard, despite its skill, was beginning to tire. Kato had already inflicted a few deep scratches along its flank, and now, with a mighty grunt, the baboon leader managed to throw the leopard off him. He turned quickly to see Zuri staggering to her feet, bloodied but alive. The sight of her standing, though shaky, filled Kato with new resolve. But the leopard wasn't done. It recoiled and then lunged again, aiming for Zuri. This time, the baboons were ready. The rest of the troop, sensing the danger was far from over, rushed in from all sides. They surrounded the leopard, howling and screeching in an attempt to disorient and confuse the predator. The leopard's eyes flicked from one baboon to the next, calculating its chances of escape. It wasn't used to such coordinated resistance. The baboons, after all, were known for their cunning, and together they made an almost unstoppable force. But the leopard, a skilled fighter, found an opening. It darted through the troop, slashing at the baboons as it went, before making a break for the safety of the trees. Kato pursued, but the leopard was too quick, too experienced in escaping danger. It leaped up into the branches of a nearby acacia tree, watching the troop below with a calculating gaze. The baboons stopped, panting, their hearts still racing from the fight. Zuri was safe for now, though badly injured, and the leopard was no longer a threat on the ground. But Kato could feel the sting of something deeper than just the physical wounds. They had fought bravely, yes, but the leopard had won this round. It had struck, it had fought, and it had escaped with its life. Kato stood tall, his chest heaving as he scanned the treetops. The battle may have been over, but the leopard was still out there, still a danger to his troop. "We will never forget this," Kato muttered to himself, his eyes locked on the leopard's eyes in the distance. The baboons had learned a harsh lesson that day. Even the strongest territory could be invaded, and sometimes even the fiercest of battles could end in defeat. But there would be no surrender. The leopard might have won this fight, but the war was far from over. The baboons would regroup. They would heal. And when the time came, they would strike back. For in the savannah, there was no greater force than a troop united in revenge. And Kato would make sure the leopard never forgot that. Kindly subscribe to our U-Butte channel for more interesting videos.